Welcome to the 10th edition of the KWIBUKA Cricket Tournament, an event to remember, unite and renew. This year marks the 30th commemoration of KWIBUKA. Now let's hear from the president of the Rwanda Cricket Association, sharing the history, participating countries and the significance of this tournament.
The history of this tournament is that it's organized under the Rwanda National Olympic and Sports Committee as part of the Genocide Memorial Tournaments. The theme is Remember, Unite, Renew. We're uniting as Africa. We've had 7 countries from across Africa, 2 from West Africa, 3 from Southern Africa. We've had, and then Uganda and Kenya joining us from East Africa. A true Pan-African tournament with all the message of unity, remember, unite, renew, and we add on never again. The tournament for commemoration of the genocide against the Tutsis in 1994. They spread a message of love, unity, and hope across wherever they go. So that is how strong this tournament is. This is the 10th year we're hosting this tournament, and as you recall, started with 2 countries, Rwanda and Uganda. Now we've had people from all over Africa. Basically almost all southern African countries have been here, which have women playing cricket. We've had Germany from Europe and Brazil. We've had Namibia. Now we're having Zimbabwe, Malawi. The girls need an opportunity to play, and as you can see, when you give them an opportunity, they take it with both hands.
First of all, kudos to Rwanda Cricket Association. I think you're building a product that is very marketable and it's building the whole region. Uganda, since the start of KWIBUKA, we've been with Rwanda Cricket, seeing it grow, and we were contenders at one point, but this competition is getting bigger and stronger. This not only shows the attractability of the product, but as well it builds competition that helps everyone grow. So in the future, I see this being a flagship tournament for women within the continent and probably attracting more countries out of the continent.
Obviously, it's very humbling and passionate to be watching cricket at this stage and at this level and really at this quality, because when you started out cricket more than 25 years ago, we really didn't think it would be at this level, and at the time we were really thinking purely social cricket, and here's some form of cricket, let alone men's international cricket, let alone women's international cricket. So for personally, it gets very, very emotional to be able to see this quality of cricket. 10 years of KWIBUKA, standard is quite high, facilities are at an impeccable level. So it's really, I would never have imagined that would be where we are at this stage.
As the KWIBUKA Cricket Tournament continues to grow, the standard of play and facilities has significantly improved. Rwanda now boasts excellent grounds for cricket, and there are ongoing efforts to build even more top-quality facilities to support this growth.
First and foremost, let's just recognize that this tournament itself has been incredibly memorable, marking the 10th year anniversary of this tournament, and also coinciding with 30 years of the KWIBUKA events generally. I mean, so we need to be solemn as we reflect on that. But I think at the end of the day, the ladies have been able to exhibit excellent performance. I've been coming to KWIBUKA for the past 5 years, and you can see the standard of the game going on from year to year. So this year has just been outstanding in terms of the average scores. I mean, you've seen average scores of over 100. Earlier editions, you see 50 runs, and you think you've won the tournament. So for me, it's just been really exciting stuff generally.
Accommodation, interesting. not below standard, good. The transportation, and I think everything here was just good by virtue of our judgment.
I'll just say, when we started those games, we have only one ground here. It was the main oval right now, and we're using the other one at the Polytechnic. But right now, I'm happy because we have the second ground, which is big, and all the teams are playing in one area. As I can see that they are making more development to have more ground to cater for more countries to come over.
I liked the ease of access and the beauty that I could watch 2 games at a time. When you sit up there under the trees, you can see what's happening on the oval up and then the oval down here.
High leaps and bounds that now we're at a level where we need to really professionalize all the different aspects of the game, and that's where really we need to put a lot of concentration on the mental aspects, on the game reading, on the other aspects of the game that are beyond batting and bowling that bring out a positive result. And as fans, as people around the game, those are some of the expectations that we would have of the coaching staff and the administration, that we can look at the other physical, mental, game reading aspects of the game, psychological aspects of the game that can ensure that we continue rising. The other aspects, as technical aspects, are improving quite a bit. There is very good progress, significant progress, and now we need to complete it with the other, what I would call, soft aspects of the game.
I think this is only going to get stronger and stronger. In fact, I would like to see this only grow to be the premier women's tournament outside of ICC events in the world, and I think it's going to get there. The facilities are great, our organization's been great, and I think this is a good celebration of African women's cricket.
Let me just thank RCA for consistently putting this together. Of course, the government supporting this tournament. Again, it's on the background of a memorable event, but it's also about just the whole atmosphere of coming to Rwanda itself. This year, 8 countries. I think, in summary, anyone who is not here or doesn't plan your associate cricket calendar to be here, I think you're just missing out. It's just exciting stuff, quality cricket, good friendships, unity, spirits of the game, and you see that most of the girls who come for this event, this is the beginning of sustained relationships for years to come.
Coming from Zimbabwe, which is a cricket nation, totally strong cricket background, and obviously when you hear about the KWIBUKA back home, you'd expect you know how we always say, because we always think there are teams that are better than the others. But coming here, I've noticed cricket, the game has grown. People are actually playing quite competitive cricket. And teams, small teams are coming up. And you know, like at this stage, I'm thinking probably they are reaching that level. And the competition was amazing. So I think we can challenge anyone to come here, anyone who feels they're better. The teams are quite good, and you know, everything has been organized quite well. I felt like we're in an ICC tournament. I've been to so many of those, I've lost count. This was just like one of those, very well prepared for, teams coming in, teams actually getting competition. We were in the finals. That was one final. It wasn't like a final where 10 overs the game was over. It was a game where by the 20th over, no one knew who was going to win. So yes, this is an awesome tournament. Everyone must come and join.
Then now on the field of play, as far as the KWIBUKA tournament is concerned, as I earlier said, it's a wonderful experience for Team Cameroon. We have rubbed shoulders with the likes of Kenya, with the likes of Uganda, with Zimbabwe. It's not given for any young associate. We are new in cricket, but the experience is quite interesting, and it's going to help us arm ourselves better for future women's cricket tournament of our level, especially the upcoming ICC ones.
The experience for us this year as Team Botswana, I think it's been different from the other tournaments that we have come here for. One, I think there were a lot of teams that came through, and we had also, we met new people, we made new friends definitely from Cameroon and Malawi, that they're coming here also. And like Rwandan people are very accommodating and friendly outside cricket. We are learning a bit of Kinyarwanda, Murakoze. We are starting to learn more about the culture, the people, and the food also. Within the game, I think the cricket has become very competitive. Having Zim A here, a lot of teams have shown a lot of improvement. Even us, even though we didn't win most of the games as we wish we had, but I think the team has grown leaps and bounds. Future of women's cricket in Africa is very bright if Rwanda continues to host this KWIBUKA every year.
The scores, 60 is no longer a score here. 4 years ago it was. 90 is being defended, is being with 1 wicket. So who knows what is there next year when we bring in even stronger and stronger teams. We couldn't get USA here because of the school calendar, but we're going to try and put in everybody into consideration this coming year, and we promise you we're going to have it bigger and better. Bigger and better.
South Africa, so we are a big cricket nation. We love cricket in South Africa, and we'd love to see more teams play here at the KWIBUKA tournament in future. What about you, George? Big cricket fan?
Absolutely. Englishman, so big cricketing nation as well. Ben Stokes, if you find this, come down to Rwanda.
It's a great vibe here today. We're enjoying some drinks on the grass and about to eat some brochettes from Rwanda, and yeah, just having a great time with our friends. I'd really encourage all the fans to come out and just enjoy a lovely day.
Yeah.
Beyond the cricket grounds, the KWIBUKA tournament holds a deeper significance. Each year, participants visit the memorial site to honor the memory of those lost and to reinforce the message of never again anywhere else in the world.
When we were there, we were taken to the presence of those that the families lost. It was quite heartbreaking, having to see the mass graves. I know the gesture to put flowers on it, but our minds wandered, and really it's different when you're in a sport like this. I remember I was very young when it happened. I remember Kofi Annan on TV talking about the genocide in Rwanda, talking about how bad things, how people were being killed. But actually having to come and be at the memorial, see what happened, see what people went through, it was quite devastating. You would not wish that for anyone else. You'd not wish for any country to experience that, to just have people massacred for no reason at all, for being alive. It was a horrible, horrible experience. Something we learned and we are going to take home with and share with the rest of the people there. I don't think people actually know how important this tournament is, and the commemoration that they talk about. I don't think people really understand how massive and the impact it has on the nation and the people out there. I don't think so, but yeah, it was quite a heartbreaking experience.
As a memorial, it was a sad thing to hear what happened here in Rwanda, and it's not a good thing to be happening in a country. And what I have learned from it is that it's good to love each and everyone, regardless of their tribe and where they're coming from. As we as Africans, we are one people, and we don't have to be choosing which tribe to love or which tribe to like. We just love one another as one family.
We're having a fantastic experience here in Rwanda, Kigali more precisely. I and my team, we are having a lot of experiences here. We've come to learn, and we've learned a lot. Out of the field, maybe I should begin with that. It's quite touching because we were opportune to visit 2 memorial sites here. And I, for one, I could not hesitate shedding tears by virtue of what I heard and what I saw. And this was the same with members of my team. It's our take-home message from that is never, never this kind of nonsense happens in humanity, be it in Rwanda, be it in Cameroon, be it in whichever country. A thing like this should never, never happen.
I think another profound thing about this tournament has been the whole KWIBUKA in commemoration of the 30th year of the genocide against the Tutsi. I think that was really important for us to visit the memorial and pay our respects. I think that was a good learning experience for our girls as well, and for the world to know that such a tragic past has happened in Rwanda, but how it's recovered really well and how they get moving on and going on to better things. I think that was a great experience for our girls.
The whole aim behind it is to unite and remember the genocide that happened to the people that lived in Rwanda. And I believe that as most teams are coming into play with this and keeping this in mind, it also shows that as Africans, or even as the world, we are just one people, and we're also educating other nations that this should not happen to them also.
The KWIBUKA tournament, the visiting of the site, it reminds us as a people that historical mistakes do happen, but we have it within us to fix our wrongs, and move forward as a country. And I really appreciate the fact that the resilience of the people of Rwanda is a testament to other African countries that are going through cycle after cycle of violence. And Rwanda is a very good example of what true reconciliation and forgiveness can do to a nation. Rwanda successfully broke the cycle of violence, and we can only hope that other nations represented here, plus others that hear about it, that they can take the example of Rwanda and know that they can do it. Rwanda has done it, Rwanda is doing it, and Rwanda is heading to a much better space, and this is good for general peace in Africa.
After visiting the memorial and going around seeing Rwanda, seeing how people have managed to pick up from what happened from that devastating experience, it's something you need everyone to come and see, something you need everyone to come and experience. I think this tournament should be bigger. Every African country should represent their nations to come here, and hope we as Africans fight to have this genocide never happen anywhere. Not only, we wish it would not have happened here, but just being together and showing the unity we have amongst people. It's something we would not want people to fight over each other. Brothers should stay brothers. Families should be kept intact. No one has the right to come and massacre or to even invade in that privacy. So yeah, hopefully we'll have more people coming in, more teams, and then they'll have this experience. I'm sure it will change their lives so good.
We commend the people of Rwanda for the work they have done to reconcile the nation and successfully move from a very dark period, that was the genocide, to where we are here 30 years later.
The KWIBUKA cricket tournament has a profound impact on all who participate.
Using sport to develop a society and the future generations that come is one of the biggest things, because sport is so strong in uniting people. So on that part, on the 30th anniversary of KWIBUKA, this helps even children who weren't born at that time to know what happened and to use it as a lesson to ensure it never happens again within society. So this tournament, cricket, it's a very good building stone for society, and I think it should be carried on. And I think it's a good future to go.
It's not just about sport, it's also about humanity as people, respecting each other and showing love to each other, and also making sure that we are there for one another.
From our standpoint, we are seeing the future of cricket with these emerging teams. And we are also seeing the present of cricket, and the future of women's cricket looks bright. Just seeing what KWIBUKA has showcased that women in cricket can do.
So to me, it shows growth, especially in Africa, because we know that women's cricket is start developing, and we can see that about 2 or 3 countries are just going to World Cup. To me, it's a growth.
And it's very important for the girls that have taken part in this tournament to always remind themselves not only about the importance of them to exhibit their talent, but also look inside within themselves, not only for the Rwandans, but all the visitors. Look inside within ourselves and love our neighbors, take care of them, and protect them just as much as we would protect ourselves.
Inviting us after we played in the qualifiers last year, great, and I was quite happy to be invited. We made plans to come here very early in the year, and very happy to be here actually, because I think women's cricket does not get enough opportunities to play, and to play amongst some of the best African countries here, I think it's been a great experience for a girl, and we're only going to get stronger from there.
Yeah. So I think one of the biggest challenges we have in Africa women's cricket is very limited game time. And when you have tournaments like KWIBUKA growing and having the kind of competition we're having, this answers that question. So if that question is answered at the bigger picture, this drives tourism as well. So I think this is an anchor project that will improve tourism, it will sell the country, and it will give the young ladies a chance to play more cricket and make them better. The more they interact like this, the better players they become and people.
Well, it's difficult to say, but there's always room for improvement. I mean, standards are high. I mean, there's no reason why you cannot move from 92% to 98%. So on that note, let me say opportunities. I mean, we've come here to enjoy Rwanda. So I think on the off days there should be better structures in terms of getting the girls to see more of the country. Let them get that atmosphere. I mean, some tourism and let's just play, rest day. But let's see it, put in place an opportunity for them to see the culture, what Rwanda is really about. I think that's just my own add-on. It's beyond cricket.
You here at this should be the catcher of the tournament at the big stage, of course, coming in the final.
2025 is going to be the 11th year, 11th consecutive year of hosting this tournament, KWIBUKA. It's only the COVID year that we failed to host the tournament. But even the post-COVID, we made deliberate effort to, amidst the bubble everybody boxed in, to have the tournament. We can't allow even COVID to defeat this spirit that is here. This tournament is firm at the heart of Rwanda, is firm at the heart of the Olympic Committee, is firm at the heart of all the cricketers in Rwanda. Everybody looks towards it. All these girls look forward to playing in KWIBUKA. It's getting tougher and tougher every year. Next year with 4 grounds, we'll work out on these fixtures and see what can happen. Why do we want more teams here? We spread the message far and wide, the never again message. Why cricket? Why sports? Sports people are very influential. Sports people are influencers. Sports people give direction to everybody. People here watching them, only a few on the pitch, but everybody would like to be here in the middle. So as we get more countries coming in, we're very sure that as they live, they can't live the same. They live understanding how this genocide against the Tutsi started, the origins. They'll learn what is happening after what has been done to make sure this never happens again. And the last bit they live with is, what is their role? What can you do to make sure this never happens anywhere else in the world?
I wish African countries, even the world at large, they can come to these games, not because of the ranks of the teams or things like that. No, to have one spirit and also to learn from each other. If we can do that as African and the world at large, we'll be building something unique that will people want to know more about. I invite you to come next year for us to be having more teams than 8 teams. Thank you very much.
Game for Zimbabwe. You had it's taken. Uganda win their fourth KWIBUKA title by 2 runs. The celebrations will begin.
What a moment for the youngster. Caught on ball there from the young Lord Anyai Pink.